of, or going into this little stretch here, you talked about late game execution. Hey, what we've learned is we can get to within 4 minutes. Can we?
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't the smoothest in a lot of areas there,
Well,
but
it was pretty good though. Like, the end of the gameplay was, we couldn't have predicted better. We knew Miles was, the five's going to help, and just get to the corner. We thought Scoot could get to the basket, which he did. I did that. The safe inbounds play, I don't think Scoot could have dribbled the clock out. I don't know why he just held it. But we did a lot of good things. And then we got lucky a couple of times. I thought the back cut at the end of the game, he had a layup. And Ryan, I think it was Ryan who saved the day. So we did a lot of good things. What I liked was both units played well. The second unit made it tough to put the starters back in because they were playing so well. And that's a great problem to have.
Just kind of what do you think of Scoot's impact in his first game back?
Well, it was a roller coaster. He played great, and then he had, what we'll label as a minute and a half of hell, right? I think he turned it over, missed the dunk, and then turned it over again. But other than that, he was fantastic. And having him and Ryan on the floor gave us two playmakers, and I thought that showed how good that is for us.
I guess on the other side, Trey Murphy, 12 threes.
Yeah.
What were you seeing from him maybe being able to get loose and you guys losing track of him?
Yeah, we just lost him a ton. Even the late one, I think Kuz got rejected, which, our rules is take everything to the pick, but he was off the body. And, that's where it's funny tonight. I think our offense execution, we shot 60%, right? But our defensive execution, we did some things that we have to clean up.
I want to just ask you about Miles for the last few games. He's shooting better. Just kind of what are you seeing from him?
Yeah, we're moving the ball more. We're getting downhill. He tends to roll sometimes, and then he's stuck under the basket. And we went over film today and said, Miles, when you roll and don't get it, can you get back out to the corner? Because he drags the center out, and the centers don't go out. They just stand under the basket. And so he's getting the shots that he should get, and I think his confidence is growing.
You mentioned kind of the second unit, but I'm going to kind of include Amir in there. But like Amir, Pete Nance, Jericho Sims, kind of just how big were they?
They're great. They all know how to play. Amir, he shot 41% last year from the three. I've never seen a guy that's so reluctant. I think my best was probably 16%, and I still would have shot him. He passed up one, and we got on him, and then he made two. So this may be a breakthrough for him. We got to get him to let it go. But he just did a lot of things. He rebounded the ball, played good defense. It was really good for us.
And then just kind of as a follow-up to that, obviously the entire NBA world will be kind of looking at this team specifically tomorrow. I guess just any message, to the team after a win like this, just kind of heading into what do you want them to kind of do, take their mind off things? Or
have a day off, go relax, I'm not going to say much, but I've said what I've said all year, and no one hears it. So I'll let you guys figure it out from there.
Quickly at the end, two ISOs for Zion in regulation and overtime. Kuz draws a charge.
Yeah.
Jericho sticks, forces a loss. Just that individual effort against the player who, it can be a real handful in that situation.
He is a handful. It helped him being away from the basket, because we had so many hands in there to help. I tell you, when he catches it on that mid-post, he is so quick for his size. It's unbelievable. So I thought we did a great job.
You had 8 guys in double figures.
Yeah.
7 and 6 with at least 15. To see that confidence from everybody with the ball going to the basket, how great does it feel for those guys, and how do you keep building off of this?
Yeah, we just got to keep building, and it's been great. Last 3 or 4 days of practice, we're just moving the ball. We don't get stuck. It's so obvious when we get stuck because the way we're moving the ball. It stands out when the ball sticks. And, what they're finding is everybody still gets the same amount of shots. They're just more open when we play that way.